Hello there, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. Okay, all systems go. Seems to be going pretty good. One thing I do these live streams, I can't, in the video description, I can't fill that up. I have to do that later. So either way, not that's important. No, I think that'd be okay. Have music on in the back quietly, and as long as it doesn't get too loud. Alright, for today's communication, broadcast communication / channeling, conscious channeling, I don't have the energy to do. Today's been a long day. Just, I have no energy at all. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to take it easy. I'm probably going to see, just to unlock my mind from all this. I'm going to go see a movie. I'm probably going to see Ready Player One, see how that. I don't want to, I mean, there's nothing much out there to see, so. I saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind for the first time. I'll go into that some other day. I don't have enough energy to think about that at the time. I'm still processing a lot of that. But yeah, a lot of these mountains, at least in the desert areas. I think the mountain in that one was in Wyoming. I don't think there's a government facility in there, but there are mountains where there are government. Is it Mount Shasta, something like that? There's government entities there. I forgot. NORAD, I think, is one of them. Either way, not that important. Alright, greetings everyone, those on the streams. We're going to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So, for tonight's communication is going to be kind of, I'll do the best I can. As for the Bible, biblical energy, basically like channelings. I'm probably slow to the game to all this, but yeah, we're going to more. I mean, the Bible is pretty much channeled. I mean, it's not all wrong, but no, it's a big book of Enoch. But we're going back to more like when you hear Moses connecting to God, it's basically a channeled message. So we're going back to more of those type of ages, little by little. Eventually, we'll start to see the beings here as we get more powerful and understanding of where we're going. Those in the third dimension that don't believe in any of this, obviously those are, some of them are just living the third dimensional life and just it's serving them well, so connecting to any of this, connecting to themselves, they think they are connecting to themselves, not realizing they can connect more to themselves, so that's their deal. So they're not ready to see the doorway into themselves. Let's put it that way, which is fine. You can always move by Edwards Air Force Base, or there's a Zeta, it's called Zeta Ranch. You can go there too. I think it's a little bit harder to go to that one, but or move to Africa. I think there's places in Africa where you get a nice alien visitation, not always the most positive, but at least it's something. Work with what you got. I always forget what the titles of these things are because I have a lot of things going on. Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure how long this is gonna go because I'm running on like 50% here. For those that are new to all this is ivantar.com. You have private sessions open throughout the week. This is the scheduler I have. Because of work, I have to close some times off. I think for the good portion of the week's open, as far as I can tell. Google Hangout, Zoom, and channel by phone. The recordings are for you. I don't have to record them. I can record them. It's all up to you. You also have submitted a question. I'm about almost 7 days behind because of stuff. So tomorrow and Sunday I should be able to catch up quite a bit. Well, do what we can. I also have text channelings here. I'm gonna try and do that this weekend. I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna try and rest my brain. So, but it's not like there's a big hurry for all this. But there's more to come. One thing about, I'm gonna jump out of this for a second. One thing about the channel text also, I'm gonna go into other species that we never even heard of before. You know, that was another thing. As if we're not already complicated. But I believe that we're now. Others might get different stuff. That's the, that's the adventure of it all. Not every channel is the same. Not everything. Nothing's the same. I mean, some things kind of connect in some regard, but that's the adventure of it all. And all we're all connected to different species. We're connected to Syrian. We're all gonna lose our minds. I want to connect to a few because I can't connect to everything. Nobody can. Well, if they can, good luck, good for them. In the future, that'll probably be easier, but if you don't have a full-time job and you have all the time in the world, that's awesome. Of course, there's Mother Earth, there's angels, Elohim, etc., etc. Other way. Well, I'm going with all that. I'm going to continue this, my overview of what I am, but anyway. I want to put this out there, though, that what I got today, with a grain of salt, I believe we're connected to like at least 50. Of course, this is not our DNA. I mean, our DNA is probably 100 and something, whatever. Who cares? It's like, that's another one. It's like, but some say it's 32, 52, but it's probably more than that. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, there's only so much you can connect with. But like on a soul level, it's different for everybody. I believe we bring at least 50 different types of species. Now, some of those might be past lives from this world, or I'm getting the number 50. Now, it's probably more than that, depending on how you want to look at it. But I was looking at it from an alien perspective. We're bringing at least, now they can go into spirit, they can go into Agartha. I'm getting like 50. So obviously you can take that number and like slice it in a million pieces. So, but I was getting like an alien, like you bring in like your Syrian, Arturian. There's a whole list of insanity that we can't connect to all that. Well, I guess you can, but I'm not doing it. Spend an hour trying to tell you what you're connected to. And so this goes into like a channel text stuff I'm going to do. There's stuff all over the place, of course, on that too, different species. Also having the title of the eagle race. I put eagle instead of the Carans. The eagle race is another one that we don't really hear much about. I was going to go into a little bit more of that one I'm picking up on recently. But once again, we probably have their DNA too. Bill Gates, I think, is very connected to that. And as you can see, as you can see, some of the Carans are here are very, as for Bill Gates, as for business, are not exactly they're vicious. And when you look at an eagle in nature, they're pretty vicious too. Well, they gotta survive, right? And they have the capabilities, so might as well, right? So just give you kind of a, it's probably old news to some people, but it's another perspective. When I started opening up to all this, and I connected to the Carans. Carans are actually one of the first. The eagle were one of the first beings that started to. I found it online about the Carans. I really resonated with it, and I have not been able to find that ever again. There's other sources, but like the main site that had, I don't know, it's out there somewhere, but it was like a random site that had just the bald, the Carans as the bald eagle. Of course, there's other bird races connected to Carans, but the one I connect to most is the bald eagle one. So I think the parrot is connected to that too. There's others, but either way, it doesn't matter. So you can also look at the human race in some ways the same way, as like some of the Carrion races look at us. Some of the humans here are just, so at the prey, they're just trying to be human. They're not out to get anybody. Of course, the eagles are out to get at people, and so that's where you can connect that to business, how business is ran here. So, we're created to conquer, or whatever it is, the way their philosophies are. However you want to look at it. So, I'll have you going over the place with that, but I'm tired too. So, okay, I want to put that out there. I'll do what I can going further into that. Spirit Social also submitted a question, past life regression healing, message from Yeshua channel consulting, 5-minute healing. Also, jailbreaking from Miguel. Also in her services, and activation from Nick. Also have a Patreon. You also join the webinar through webinar sign up here. Yeah, usually lock down everything, but that's the way it is. I also have the social network, and this is the thing about the Queen. Play-ins on the death of Prince of on Prince. That's interesting. Oh yeah, this thing about the Siren. How there's a TV show called The Siren. Yeah, it has. It's about. I took away. Brain's not working. Mermaids, and it shows the sirens in the mermaid. I guess the sirens in the mermaid. I thought it was like the siren. Well, the sirens are a form of mermaid, but the sirens are positive, but they don't depict them as positive. That's typical of our society. We're still a lost race when it comes down to, but this is progress at least. So at least it's talking about mermaids. Even says that they're real. It's just there to bite your head off. It's a horror show, but at least it's putting, at least it's, that's, I mean, at least it's one way for us to understand this. Realize also when they bring up the fear is this, is if, you know, we're scared still. We're just a bunch of scared. The human race is still afraid of the truth. So showing it in a negative depiction is at least one way of us getting used to that, you know, reconnecting to our roots. So just like how there's a lot of horror movies, and at least they're connecting to spirituality. Of course, it's the negative spirituality, but at least they acknowledge it. At least you give them that, at least. So and there's the Carrion race. Way I just see it, but they pretty much look very similar to that. Of course, there's different variations of them, different colors, and on. But I wanted to go into more of course, that's a bald eagle here, but I wanted to go into more of, because I'm getting messages from them too. As for any of this has anything to do with the Bible, probably not. Well, it probably does in some regard, but I'm not really going to go into that. I might go into some of the Bible stuff too here and there. I have the title saying something, so when I, especially because my brain is not operating so well. I'm going to turn this off. Google, okay, Google, shut down. It's good for playing music, that's about it. It does, I guess it turns your lights on and stuff. I don't have that, so it plays music, it's got that going. Sometimes I can't do that right. Can't even do that. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, the Carans are basically a race that created the Reptilians. That caused, of course, this is Reptilian Awareness Month, so why not talk about the Carans? The reason I put the eagle instead of the Carans in the title, because a lot of people don't know what the hell a Carrion is, so I figured just put the eagle there instead. But yeah, they created the Reptilians, basically bringing a challenge to humanity or of races in general. Basically, it's also, it's I think when they I believe the Reptilians are always around. It's just they modified them a little bit, kind of let them open up more. I believe there's always been reptilian beings around, but here they're a lot more vicious. They got more, they just they got developed a lot differently. I mean, all the species that are here are in other universes also. It's not just here. You know, of course, we're just in our little galaxy of the insane asylum. At least around our world, it's kind of a insane asylum to a certain degree. But also the Carans, they are protecting our world through the Galactic Federation. They're not mentioned much through channelings at all, but they are. I think they stay out of a lot of the councils and all that, because, you know, just, hey, we got our stuff together. You're the ones causing all the trouble. It's like, well, I'm getting from them. But they are, yeah, it's like they're a neutral race, so they don't really, like, you don't hear about them very much, because, you know, they're letting the felines do their thing. But you can say that Carrions can be kind of vicious to a degree. Even the positive ones can be kind of tough. Of course, Reptilians are the same way. So, you know, you can say they're a little bit similar, but the Carrions are they're seeing what we're going to do, basically. But what I see also is they're I think they pull back some positive races to see what the negative ones are going to do. So like, instead of interfering, and you know, they wanted like the Anunnaki, I believe some of the Carans, a lot of the Anunnaki, to come in here and call it, because they wanted to see what would happen. So as you can see, we're living just dandy here, but it all has to do with soul contracts and all this other stuff. So it's like we somehow agreed on it too, to some degree, before they even happened. I know it sounds crazy, but I believe a lot of stuff that happened here, we agreed on it before it happened. You know, before it happened to our world, we all get an astral and have our astral meeting, and so something around those lines. So it's hard to believe, but either way, I think we're all coming out of this eventually. Yeah, I think like channeling messages goes back to the Bible, is that more channelers are taking it more seriously, I think, over time. Not to say they're not now, but is realize that your channelings are going to affect others in the future and now. If a lot of people are not ready for this, as you can tell, so maybe 2,000 years from now, they'll say, "Oh, yeah, of course we knew that all along." It's like, here we're, you know, so it's like that stuff was channeled 2,000 years ago, and now you're all experiencing it. So as you can tell, the human race is not exactly an easy race to awaken, because they're not seeing it and all this nonsense. Well, a lot of them are not ready, but those that are ready are getting more ready to basically take on higher tasks, channeling tasks, whatever it might be, healing, I don't know, maybe a gargoyle will come out of your closet or something, and who knows. It does seem like we're going more biblical times of just changing. You know, it's like, you want the Ascension, right? Well, you got to turn things, you got to just make things happen. So I can tell you this, in a dream last, I can't remember anymore. There was a dream somewhere, I don't remember what it was. I remember last night, but there was one before that. Not coming through for some reason. Doesn't matter. I had a dream last night. I was having a meeting. I'm not sure where. I couldn't remember. When I woke up, I couldn't remember anything. It's like, I was having a meeting with somebody. There was several there. Probably a galactic meeting. Maybe it was Ashtar Command. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I tried to remember it. Couldn't nothing. But then I went back to sleep, and I had a dream. I was at a pizza shop. It was empty, or I had a key to get in, and Patrick Stewart from Star Trek was there. Here, let me show it. I forgot about this. Let's see. Picard. I didn't think about this. I should have did this before I got started. 1 second here. I just gotta get somewhere. Oh. One of these days I'll figure out how to do this the right way. Patrick Stewart from Star Trek was there. He wasn't wearing the costume, but at least you got an idea. Yeah, he was there. It was an empty. It was. Now, I don't know if he was inside or not, but he was outside. I don't know what happened. I was in a pizza shop. Nobody was there. All of a sudden, I'm outside of it. But across the street, he was there in his shop, whatever that was. I saw him outside. I didn't go in, but I saw a pizza, not cooked yet, in the oven. In one of those ovens, you know, we put it in, it goes through the thing to warm up and all that. Anyway, the pizza was sitting there. It hasn't gone through it yet. It wasn't frozen, but it's like, so pizza is knowledge, is information. So they're preparing for an unleash of something. I don't know what, but I figured I share that. That was fascinating. I think it was another dream, but I cannot remember what it was. It doesn't matter. There's something else I can't figure out. I don't know, I guess it has no significance to anything. But yeah, for channelings, and I believe more just take more, You know, that's why you have a blog, you have WordPress.com, you can put your stuff out there, you have videos on YouTube, whatever you feel. Just I feel like more of this is going to take it more seriously. That want to put it out there. That's what those that want to share it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you want to, I just think the energy of that's going to increase. Yeah, Facebook and all. There's other places. There's my social network I have, where you can post in one of my my Facebook groups I'm never in, but you can always post it there. Somebody there will see it. Of course, I haven't been there in such a long time. I post stuff and then I leave, and I forgot there's anyway. But it does seem like we're going to more of a. We're just warming up from what it feels like, and it's basically for the humans to become more aware of their soul, basically, because obviously that's not on the radar for the most part. As for what happened during Yeshua's time, probably easier for me to say, a lot of his teachings obviously were destroyed, lost. There's not a whole lot of information on Yeshua, I guess, in the past. I mean, you have the Bible and you have small stuff here and there, done on purpose, of course, but also a test to see if we can remember or reconnect. But it does seem like we're going back to those times of basically channeling all this crazy stuff. Do what you gotta do, basically, because it's going to help somebody along the run. It's going to be scandalous. People aren't going to believe you, or people are going to do this and try to shut you down. I would just keep doing it no matter what, because we're going to seem like we're going to more of our frequencies are going to, over time, not tomorrow, but our frequencies are just going to start rising as we go forward. That's my feeling on it. You just do what you got to do, or be what you got to do, and just things are going to start transforming little by little. That's what I'm getting on that. So, the reason I put the Bible in the title is because, I feel like we're going back to those times. As those are channeled times, those are all channelings and connected to God, and you're already seeing that here and there way before I even showed up. It's always been going on throughout time, but it does seem like we're going to more of an ascension awareness now. It's basically, I feel like the third dimension has hit its peak as for its cycle, but it has not. Now it's time to get used to the new way of looking at things, as the timelines of the old seem to be not here as much as they used to be, like with the politics and all the nonsense. Another thing, if we're like looking at the news, like I just glance at it, I don't really read that. I don't get that and pulled into it. Of course, there's a lot of programming involved with it, but a lot of it, some of it's deceptive. Not all of it is. Some of it's truth, but then they put all the deception around it. You don't know what to believe anymore. But a lot of it's all from a galactic point of view. Galactic beings that are a part of the ground crew look at the news all the time. So it's one way of looking at it. So you're always going to be, monitoring how the world is, basically. But you don't have to get sucked into it. But as where we are going. Now, this is just what I'm getting as we speak. We're just, it's going to be peaks. It's going to be just we're working on what we want, and things are going to start getting more wild, but very taking its easy time to go into that. From what I feel, I'm not the only one that's feeling that either. I don't think so. The event, we are allowing it to happen. Of course, with different types of events. I don't even want to put a title on it, or of course you have the Ascension. That's a title. What else is there? It feels like around, like that Iranian girl that shot up the YouTube, went after YouTube. I feel a lot of deception energies around it. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how things went. Was she mind controlled? Could have been. YouTube is has a lot of deceptive energies around it as it is. So who knows? A part of her probably just let go and just tired of fighting. Just it's hard to say. It could have been a slight mind control there. It's hard to say at this time. There's a lot of deceptive energies all around, I'll tell you that's for sure. So there's, you know, because she seemed like, I guess before the cops did see her and she seemed to be fine, and all of a sudden she just went on like a rampage. So who knows? It's not being very clear of what happened there. It's I guess the soul is going through a healing phase at this time, so not everything is going to be at least from what I feel I can connect with, but it's not that important either. But it does seem like that is also part of a turning point of yeah, it seems to be a normal thing here with guns in our society. Jeez. But of course there's violence everywhere here in the United States. It's just it does seem like part of it has to get bad before it gets better. It has to hit its peak. It has to go through its cycle, whatever it might be. Unfortunately, even on the roads, it's not much different. I mean, you drive your car, it's like, man, it ain't safe there either. So safety there will probably increase. I think they're working on it. It does, you know, it takes time for that to improve. But also just negativity in general on the world will go through cycles. But that's why it's nice, you know, for those that are channeling or doing your healings, whatever it might be, just to share your information, because the more the better. Because as we go into more, my souls here are not going to connect to a whole, even those that watch channelings from other channelers, I'm not sure how many are really growing that much. It might be a little, but they rely on that channeler and don't connect to their own stuff. There's a lot of that going on. So I'm not sure. I don't think those that connect to me do that. I think those, yeah, I mean, my feeling is a lot of people are connecting to their own stuff too. Of course, they connect to what's coming through I'm getting, but they're connected to their own stuff too, which is great. That's really how it works. This is how, you know, you're not reliant on anybody. I mean, it's good to check others. That's great too. And you run it through your own checking system, your own energy field, however you want to word that. So that's good. Yeah, that's how that's good to keep an open mind. As for let's see, third dimension is basically, it feels like a lot of all the spiritual stuff's going to get, as I say, more wild over time. We're just in the early stages of it. That's all. It's just cycles. We're waiting, and just I don't think it's going to be able to be easily predicted of what's to come. So just enjoy the ride, basically. Some are tired of waiting, but also that's why it's always good to keep yourself busy with something. There's something else I was going to connect with. I'm not remembering a whole lot at this moment. Doing the best I can here. Soulmates. Yeah, I wrote that down. That was another thing I connected to tonight was soulmates. There's different ways of looking at it. I had somebody come to me and said I was her soulmate. It's like, okay, I don't think I'm not getting any of that, but okay, whatever works for you. So that didn't go very well. So I believe that yes, we do create soulmates and kindred spirits through relationships. So it depends on. Now, it doesn't always have to be a past life connection. It can be a new connection. It just has to do with belief systems and just a whole mess of things. But a soulmate, some people connect to it, see it differently. Kindred spirits can come and go, but what I see is that I just do a clean slate. You create your own reality, so you create soulmates as you're living. It depends on the relationship you have with that person. It could be a male, it could be a female, it could be the same sex, whatever it is. It could be a friendship as a soulmate. It doesn't have to be a partnership or relationship situation, and you know, marriage and all that. But I believe you do that here. Some do have, you know, connections from other past lives, that type. But for like kindred spirits or twin flames, twin flame seems to be the one that, I mean, they're all in our timeline somewhere. Twin flames, yeah, they come in, they go out, they burn out. It depends on what you put into it. Because I think it's a twin flame can be a soulmate too. It can turn into one. It's like you connect to this person. It's like, I'm not sure if this is gonna work. But as you build that relationship, I think a soulmate connection can be made. Those that are married for a long time create a soulmate energy. So there's different versions of it. You can come in, connect to your soulmate instantly that you had from another lifetime. Nothing wrong with that. But also here you can build them too, from what I see. Now, that's my perspective. Others think it's all concrete and all nonsense. Kindred, I was going to say that. Twin soul, twin flame. Those are part of your timeline also, but it's up to you what you want to do with it. Doesn't mean if it doesn't work out here, you probably connect to them somewhere else. You know, it's not the end of the world. Some soulmates are just, they're just drunk on each other, and it's not always for the best for each other, for everyone around them. But sometimes a soulmate connection can be just lessons, and it can be for good or for worse. Sometimes for worse, where a person who breaks up from a relationship and they're just obsessed with this person until their dying day. So that's not fun, but they're learning through that soul, that energy, through astral or something. I'm not sure what the whole story is on that. I mean, I think you can have a soulmate connection to dark entities. So why people are getting attacked and all that, it might be just a soulmate just teaching you a bunch of stuff, and it's not pleasant. You know, people are getting attacked to do healings, they can't get rid of these attacks. It's like there can be a soulmate connection there with a lower energy. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, I think that's very true. There's probably more to it than that. You'd be surprised. So yeah, it's soulmates it's more than just I mean, I think you can have Mother Gaia as a soulmate, you know, or as a kindred spirit too. She can reincarnate here as a human energy and experiences with us. So there's that too. Or she can go through nature, she can go through anything basically. I mean, if you want to really expand your soul, you become a Father Earth or a Mother Earth of a planet. That soul, especially this place, jeez, she must be like one of the most advanced beings ever. She's probably in a insane asylum somewhere. Well, anyway, she's probably more advanced than all of us put together. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't want to know. There's too much to know, but that's a joke too. But anyway, sorry if I offended anybody, but guy being a insane asylum. But anyway, yeah, but this world is basically, yeah, I believe it is getting better. It's as your energies change, the timelines change. You know, things are changing, not always going to be so it's going to be very, very just calm. It's what do you want in your environment? It does seem like we're graduating into a higher density. It's just not something you can gradually. You know, graduation takes a while in school, and same thing with here. But those that are in the 3D world that are not aware of this are probably, a lot of them aren't going to be ever. They're going to deny it, so they can see alien beings and still not believe it. It's just they're not ready to accept themselves, and that's part of their process. That's the game. A lot of souls come here just to lock themselves up in the 3D world and not open themselves up at all. That's most of our population, it seems. So, but that doesn't mean that the magic can't happen. So I think it's a high possibility. I think so. I'm feeling it. I'm not. You know, they're not going to give me a calendar of when things are going to occur, but it does look like we're going to more of a. We're shifting the timeline to more we start to see things changed in some, I don't know. They're not telling me anything. Like I said, dragonfly in the sky or something like that. I have no idea. Well, they like to channel messages and all that, or will continue as we get to know ourselves a little bit more, connecting to God or connecting to aliens and spirits, and understand more of the angels that are here. They had read a message that angels don't always govern each other. Some do. I think some are teaching each other. Well, they're always all teaching each other, but some are telling each other what to do. Some do. For a higher purpose, of course. But we are teaching the angels a lot. That's for sure. I mean, if you want to become an archangel, you come to this world, become a guardian angel, and deal with all of our stuff. I think that helps. It really helps them. We're schooling them as we get schooled ourselves. So, is there anything else for? Okay, I'm gonna connect to. Let's see what else we have here. Do the best I can with as little energy as I have at this moment. See if Bible and aliens. Yeah, the Bible. Yeah, obviously throughout the history, the aliens are all through biblical. The Lost Ark, definitely. But I believe such as Yeshua, I believe reptilians are there to wipe off their existence, or Yeshua's existence, so they can control it more. But as for, I believe a lot of ancient ruins have been, like ISIS has been destroying stuff. The reptilians, they see the future timelines. As we become more aware of their existence here, start talking about them more, they want to just disprove that they're here. Just like the negative energies they hear. They don't want people, they want to just say this is life, get used to it. We're not here at all, and they're all here, and they're just, people don't see them, they're in denial, it's like, I don't see it. Well, look inside yourself, and you'll start seeing it. And you gotta work a little bit harder in just a couple of seconds. So we're basically unfolding. I mean, can you imagine like a humanoid cat being here, or a humanoid, like a eagle being here? It's like those are the parents basically. We're just a bunch of kids. So. And that's going to freak people out. That'd be awesome. But as I think we're getting more, I don't know. You're not going into full detail of that stuff, but who knows? Just go with the flow is all I'm getting. We are going into like a golden timeline. I've heard that before. Yeah. There's a positive time, but also a golden timeline where just anytime anyone says that we're in a time of the unknown. It depends on the species or the being that's saying that. They have not experienced it. That does not. I believe most of this, or all of it's known. It's just whatever it is. Of course, a world like ours is very unique. But we took ourselves, or threw ourselves in the third dimension to see how low we can get, basically. And as like when people in the goth. There's a goth culture that's very archon. Not all of it. There's a good amount of it. Some people have tattoos all over themselves. That's another way of tattooing. I think it's another way of hiding yourself, because some of these beings, you don't want these beings to recognize you, or people to recognize you from another lifetime. They're trying to like hide yourself. I think it has something to do with it. Part of it, people that get their face tattoos, also has to do with a ritual, but some of it has to do with I don't want these people to find me too. And that was before plastic surgery, so I think that has something to do with it too. There's only so many different layers out there of truth, so it's just unraveling it little by little. Okay, we're going to bring in somebody. I think the Carans, they showed up, so I'll give a short message from them, and all right. Blessings, and here we go. beings to you. Well, your human collective is ready for alien contact. We will be there for you. Many say that they're ready, but are not ready, but we are tuning your energies as for being seen with us, connecting with us. Yes, we are the Carrion beings connected to your vibrations. We do stay out of your way, though. It's not just we want to see what you do, but we want you to live as if we don't exist. It is best to not know that we are here. Now, the reptilians on your world are very much a citizen of your world in your past. Of course, they are trying to continue the ascension where they are still in control of your world. So they see all of you coming, and they are preparing for the awakening. And so, yes, most of your humans are going to find it difficult in believing all of this. Even those that do connect to aliens, at least on a educational form, but not on a spiritual. The spiritual is, yes, many humans are not even ready for their own spiritual awakening within because of their negativity they're still exploring. But it does not mean you, those of you that are aware of your abilities, to shut yourself down. You're actually activating yourself, putting yourself on your own timeline energy connected to this Earth's timeline to allow more of an interaction with alien beings. As for the speed of that is up to you, because there's still much to learn from this third dimensional environment. But as for what is to come is up to you. We assist where we are allowed to. Your governments are not always going to block everything. They're not that smart. They're not that they are controlling, but it's only how much control you give to them. You can change that. You can unlock them. They're not that powerful. They might seem like they are, but they're almost like scared children in a lot of ways. They're not, yes, they might talk a big talk, but still, they're weak inside in the long run, as we are seeing, or have seen in the past. So, as you take back your power, anything is possible. Realize also you are very considerate of others and their learning, so you don't want to interfere too much. But it does not mean you're not going to connect to what you are wishing to connect with, to open up yourself, to travel into the direction you wish to go in. But once again, we have to be careful with your society. But we are, yes, listening, and we are part of your growth. Yes, when those are ready to, yes, as you say, graduate into more of the higher realms, you will be greeted by us. So a visitation is likely, but the date of that is unknown, at least at this point at least we cannot bring it out at this moment. But let's just say you are closer than you have been in a very long time. Yes, we have been, usually we are channeled and assist with the Ascension in the past, but not on a physical arena. But as you want to see us more, we are doing what we can with that. Yes, we have to be careful of other human timelines, but trust me, we know what we're doing. As for those of you, a lot of you are teaching us. So it is, yes, a warning energy back and forth. But as for a transition on your planet, anything goes. But the Carrion races, we're mostly silent compared to other species. As species call us, we normally don't call them. Now, if they interfere with our world too much, then we come in and say it's not best not to do that at this time. So we are normally independent of your Galactic Federation of Lights and your other councils. But we are a part of your culture, yes. the eagles here are just showing our presence and showing our way of life. You can connect to that. And there are many here, yes, in power on your world through our race. Yes. But notice how quiet we normally are through channelings for good reason. But as you connect more with us, and some of us are also welcoming a connection, as we feel as you are ready to see us more. Because obviously we're not revealing everything about us, but we are seeing much progress done here, which is making us more of a alien physical. We are encouraging it, yes, for a physical connection in due time. So blessings to your society as you go into your awakening field. Much love to you.